Good morning, everybody. Welcome back from Someone Scott Selections here for Tuesday, March 8th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had LeBron over 30.5 points, and he did not play. So the play got voided. Not much to recap. We'll look for a winner here on Tuesday. And for the play of the day, we're going to look back at the NBA at a pretty similar prop. It's going to be a matchup between the Nets and the Hornets, taking place at around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we're going to look at Kevin Durant, and we like his point total over 29.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel. Time recording of 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the over here for Durant points. First of all, we know Durant missed about 2 months or so with injury, and we were wondering how the Nets would ease him back into the lineup. Turns out they didn't ease him at all. It went from 0 to 100. He's played 2 games. He's played 35 minutes and 39 minutes, respectively. And he has scored at least 31 points in each of those 2 games. He had 31 against Miami, and he had 37 in Sunday's loss against Boston. The 39 minutes, though, in that Boston game is pretty telling to me because the Nets have looked at the standings. They realize that as of right now, they are firmly in the play-in games. And it seems like the Nets are really willing to do whatever it takes to snap this recent funk that they've been in. And the fact that Durant is a threat to go for 40 minutes in any given game, I do think definitely bodes well for the over in this spot. Plus, you want to look at the actual team total for Brooklyn. They're expecting a high-scoring game because the total for the full game is 241.5, and the Nets team total is 122.5. Now, you want to look at the Nets lineup. Yes, the supporting cast did get better in terms of overall depth, but you have to look at who's handling the ball most of the time for the Nets. We know Kyrie is going to handle the ball a decent amount, but so is Durant. Besides that, you have Seth Curry. We know Curry is more of a standstill three-point shooter with this team. He occasionally handles the ball, not much, mostly coming off screens. But if Durant's going to have the ball in his hands the majority of the time, and he's a threat to go for 40 minutes, I do think he should eventually take enough shots in order to get over 30 points. Look at the first 2 games since he returned. He has had exactly 21 shot attempts, and he's made 9 free throws in each of the first 2 games. So he's gotten to the line, he's taken 20-plus shots, and he's against a Charlotte team that really doesn't have anyone who can guard him. You can look at the actual projected lineup here for the Hornets, and it's not pretty when it comes to people who can match up with Durant. You have LaMelo. He obviously can't match up with him. You have Rozier. You have Miles Bridges. You have P.J. Washington. And you have Mason Plumlee. I don't think any of those guys can actually guard Durant, especially with his patented dribble into a mid-range jumper. I really just don't know how Charlotte's going to stop it. And if you want to look at Charlotte's overall defense this season, it's not pretty because the Hornets rank 22nd in defense efficiency. Plus, you want to look at the overall pace in this game for a total in the 240s. You hope both teams play up-tempo, and they do. Charlotte ranks 3rd in pace, while Brooklyn ranks 11th. I expect the track meet to break out. I think you will see Durant take a bunch of shots, and a decent amount of them should go in based on his overall matchup and just the fact that he's Kevin Durant. And 29.5 seems a bit too low for me based on how he's performed since he came back. I think Durant's really got a shot for 35 or 40 in this game. But in a situation where the Nets kind of really need to win this game against the Hornets, and the Hornets kind of feel the same way, I expect a nail-biter throughout. And I do think that Durant will eventually finish this game well over the 29.5 points. Play that once again here for Tuesday, March 8th. It's going to be on Kevin Durant over 29.5 points at minus 110 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.